We're back with the Screen Team. I'm being joined by Sean for this next review, and this next review is kind of a first for us. Mm-hmm. This is the first Netflix movie that we've had the privilege of reviewing. Privilege?
Honor?
No, we're gonna
movie. Honor is not the right word.
We're gonna
opportunity.
Opportunity is a great great term there. So Death Note is the name of the film, and no more BS aside here, Sean. Death Note. What did you think?
It's.
You really had a for that movie?
Yeah, I don't think this movie is very good.
So you're like the Emoji Movie. You're the meh. You're the meh emoji.
No, it's a stronger no than the meh.
So a strong, firm no on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
And dude, I disagree with you.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to hear your praise for this movie.
Well, it's gonna sound a little bit contradictory.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. I enjoyed a lot of parts of this movie.
Okay.
And there's a lot of parts I didn't enjoy. A lot of those parts that I didn't enjoy were the main actors. Yeah. Which, by the way, they're in the movie pretty much the entire time. So
not a large cast here.
So the fact that I didn't like the main characters, but I enjoyed the movie is kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah, kind of.
What I enjoyed a lot was the director's vision.
Adam Weingart, I believe.
I'll get back to you on that. His cinematography.
Cinematography is real good. I will give you that. Yes.
There is like tons and tons of money shots. If you've seen the trailer and you're like, oh my, look at that shot and look at that. There's like a whole bunch of that in this trailer. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed a lot of the music that they chose for this movie. Very 80s-esque.
I think we might say some improper use of air supply here.
Oh, you know what? Let me rephrase what I just got done saying. Let me rephrase it. There were some good choices in music, and there were some bad choices in music. You're totally right on the air supply. There was also a Chicago song they used. I don't know why they chose that.
Well, let's back up here. Death Note is a movie based on a Japanese comic, also called manga, that was later adapted into an animated television series. I have seen the animated series, have not read the manga. It basically, a death god, or they're called Shinigami, drops a book into the real world, and anyone who picks up the book can write someone's name down, and that person will die.
So you're telling me if I pick up this book and I write Sean Mannon...
Yes. Then I will die. You can set the method, or you can not, and just some weird things will happen.
Okay. He gets hit by a microphone.
Okay, yeah, that would be a way to go. Yeah, sure. But yeah, and basically, this kid called Light Turner picks up the book, and then the plot progresses from there. Mm-hmm.
But he intends to use it for good, correct? At first?
At first. Yeah, he intends to use it for good, and basically starts writing down criminals, kind of, like terrorist leaders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't exactly always stick to that path. And this will get to one of my criticisms with the movie. I think the acting's bad.
No, I agree.
The acting is bad by pretty much everyone.
What about Elle?
Elle is all right.
Elle was really good.
And the best thing in the movie is because here, I'm approaching this from someone who has seen the anime. And what's weird is they tried to make Elle's character much more of a good guy in the movie than in the anime. Because basically the Elle in the anime, Light. The Light in the anime was split into both Light and Mia in the movie. Like Elle and Light in the anime had all of Mia's crazy tendencies already. He had the god complex.
So was Mia? Was she?
There was a character called Misa.
Okay.
In the anime, who kind of had some of her traits, but was she was much more supporting character than Mia is in the movie. Mia took a lot of kind of the darker traits from Light, and they put it into that character, which I thought was weird, and I thought kind of took away one of the fun things about Light, because the main crux of the anime is the cat and mouse game between Light and Elle.
Right.
And they basically, in the movie, there's one big scene of that. Like, I thought the scene where Light and Elle are sitting at the table in the cafe was really good. And kind of the chase after that was
the chase scene was cool. It had
Yeah.
like the Terminator music, which
Yeah.
is my point about
Yeah.
I liked a lot of the soundtrack choices,
Yeah.
except for the Chicago and
Yeah.
Air Supply.
And just like with the other plot points around it, I didn't like real much. They took almost nothing from the anime. Like they took characters, basic character archetypes, changed a lot of them. Like L took a lot of kind of character, like he gets real frantic, real manic later in the anime and later in the movie. Never did that in the anime. He's stone-faced, stoic the entire way.
All right, so let me ask you: was there a mistake that they made a movie out of it and not a TV series?
Yes, they had some really big exposition dumps at the very beginning of this movie. It was just like, oh, we need to let people know about this. I'm just going to have a character say all of this.
Yeah.
And I thought that was real bad. Like, and they tried to compress too much. I thought, Mia gets in, their relationship comes together way too quickly. There's no real kind of depth to that.
Yeah, it seemed weird. It was like, they didn't really care for each other. He was a loner. She was sort of a popular girl. She was a cheerleader. And
a cheerleader who smokes in the pyramid because Seattle, I guess.
And all of a sudden they find each other and they're in love, and it just didn't seem to work. And I did not like any of the main characters except for L.
I'll take one other character I liked. William Dafoe nailed it as Ryuk.
Well, he nailed the voice.
Yeah, nailed the voice. I mean, the character is CG. That also will bring me to, I think some things work in animation that don't work in live action.
Like what?
I think a character design like Ryuk can work in animation because you can get really crazy with it. You can do kind of weird things. You make it look real creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I think in live action it starts to come across as hokey.
So did you think that in this film?
I thought that as well. I thought I've seen that they made live action versions in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that he never looked menacing.
He looked scary to me. Like when he first
he
popped up, I was like, "Oh,
okay,
dude, who's
yeah,
that
first
guy?"
part, but you get over that, and he just kind of
He doesn't seem as scary all the way throughout
he
the
does
film,
not-
or intimidating.
Yeah. Also, plot wise, they changed a lot of his motivations in the movie compared to how the series and the book were. I was not quite a fan of.
All right, so let me ask you: somebody is scrolling through their Netflix and they've got tons and tons of choices. Look! There's Death Note. What do they do? Do they watch it?
The anime of Death Note is also on Netflix. I would just say watch that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to give that a shot.
I would say watch that. I think that is better. It's only 2 seasons, so it's not a super long watch, and there are 20-minute episodes. So I would watch that before I'd watch the movie.
Do you think they'll do more movies?
I don't know. Netflix does what Netflix does. I mean,
Would you want to see a sequel to Death Note? Would you give them another chance?
sure. I mean, I'll waste 2 hours watching it, just to give it a shot.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd have any kind of hope or anything that's going to be any good, but I'll see where they go from here.
All right. The movie is called Death Note, starring William Dafoe, and you can find it on Netflix, streaming on Netflix. So if you get a chance, check it out. We've got the Whitworths. They'll be in next to review the movie The Babadook. It's coming your way next on the Screen Team.